This is the new M2 MacBook Air. We're going to be unboxing this today to see what the magic is all about.
As we get to the side of the box, we notice that the plastic pull tab is still there, unlike the paper pull tab on the iPhone, AirPods, and other Apple accessories. Now as we flip the box over, we notice on the front lid that we have a midnight color, and also the iconic wedge shape for the Air is no longer there. Apple went with more of a square design like the new 14 and 16 inch. Removing the lid, we can get the first peek at the MacBook under thin paper material. Moving forward, we get an envelope with the paperwork, and then a single USB-C to MagSafe cable. Then finally, a 35-watt dual charging brick, which is optional. Tossing the box over, we can bring the MacBook up front. From here, we're going to turn the MacBook over and carefully peel the thin plastic cover off. As I pull the MacBook out of the plastic wrap, I can see how much of a fingerprint magnet this midnight color really is. Opening up the lid, there's another thin paper covering the screen from the keyboard. Moving on, we can take a look at the envelope, which contains two separate pages, one with a guide and the other one which seems like terms. Then finally, the best part, matching Apple stickers. Now as I said before, this is a dual 35-watt charger, but Apple gives an option for a single 30-watt or a 67-watt charger. Now it's time for the MagSafe cable, which is also color matched. Now right when I open it up, it's immediately tangled, so we're going to cut to the setup page. Here is the setup page where we're greeted with the language. Then on the second page, you will scroll down to find your country or region. I'm going to choose United States and press continue. On the second page, we have accessibilities option. As we continue from there, you would have the Wi-Fi page. Now you will need an internet connection to move forward from this screen. After you do so, Apple will let you know that they will be collecting your personal data and privacy. Now since Apple gives no option but to continue, we'll go into the migration assistant. In simple terms, this is the transfer data from another computer/laptop. I'll be pressing not now and go on to the Apple ID page. Now, Apple does not give you an option to not put an Apple ID, unlike the iPhones and iPads. Now, once you're done with verifying your Apple ID, you will be greeted with more terms and conditions in order to move on from this page. This step might take a while to load, but once it's loaded, you can finally create your account now. Here you will put your full name and then the account name. Now the difference between those two is the account name will be the one that shows up under your icon. Now on this slide, you would also create a password, which is not optional like the iPhone and iPad. You will have to create a password, but to save you from remembering a password, Apple has added the option to have a hint. Now keep in mind, this hint cannot match your password. You probably did also notice another option, which was to allow Apple ID to reset your MacBook's password. After that page, your MacBook will set up your iCloud, which includes a safety feature like Find My Mac and other Apple ecosystem perks like iMessage and iCloud Photos. Now this next slide is to customize your Mac. And this seems rather small because in reality, you don't have much to customize. As you notice, my Mac did go into dark mode because of my previous MacBook configurations. Now this is time for the fingerprint. Now it seems rather crazy that Apple still has fingerprint and not Face ID, even though the notch on this MacBook is really big and the only thing it has is a camera and a light sensor. Now we approach to the final two screens, where Apple will be collecting your bank information to store on the MacBook. This will give you a seamless buying experience by just a tap of the power button. After all the setup pages, here we are on the home page with a message that says the calendar will need your location to, I'm guessing, track your dates. If you like this video, please consider subscribing and give us a thumbs up, and also the bell notification so you don't miss out on our future videos.